What's up, guys? Obviously, it's Captain Obvious, and I got some Mass Effect 3 gameplay for you guys today. It is the continuation of the gameplay I used in last week's TGIF episode. It is gold difficulty on Fire-Based Giant using the Geth Infiltrator class. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to play Mass Effect 3 on gold effectively. Now, it takes a while to get ready for gold. You have to have a lot of the equipment, you have to have the right weapons, you have to have the right classes. And the one big thing is you have to be level 20. Being level 20 is the most important thing for playing Mass Effect 3 Gold on multiplayer. It is very, very hard, and you need all the health, shields, and damage possible through getting those, upgrades you get throughout your leveling up process. Making sure your character is the most powerful it can be is extremely, extremely important. Now, the one thing that is bad about the skill sets in Mass Effect 3 is that you can only have 4 of them filled to the top on your skill bar. So that means you have to leave one out if you want to make sure you get all the most powerful upgrades for your class. I always recommend going for your racial bonus perk slot. That means either, alliance training, networked AI for the Geth, whatever the second one from the bottom is on your skill tree. Now, for, health and fitness, you have to go for fitness. It's the most important thing on your character to make sure you have that maxed up to the top. And depending upon what character you're playing as, you want to have either the, maximum melee damage or the maximum health and shields. I usually go for health and shields because I really don't like meleeing because you die a lot quicker that way and you're right in the battle. Also, you want to make sure you max out your one class-specific power. That is on Infiltrator Tactical Cloak, on Soldier, it is Adrenaline Rush. Whatever your class-specific power is, you want to make sure that is maxed out as well. Now, for the other 2 powers in between, I usually go for the one that gives you the most bonuses, that makes you the most powerful possible. On the Geth Infiltrator, I always go for Hunter mode because it increases your damage and your movement speed significantly. On a Soldier, I like using Concussive Shot, and I like using Carnage depending upon which Soldier I am using. I really don't play, Adept or any other classes like that because they're not effective on gold as much as an Infiltrator is or as much as a Soldier is because of their low damage output. You have to have those powers constantly recharging as an Adept, and your powers aren't too powerful against other kinds of enemies, such as the Phantom and stuff like that because they can go invisible. And you have to make sure that your character is very, very powerful, and that's the most important thing. Level 20 is important, but making sure you have the best equipment is also important. Having the right ratio between team powers versus your powers is also very important. You have to make sure that some of your teammates are running armor-piercing ammo, you're running incendiary ammo, and someone always has to be running disruptor ammo to make sure those shields are taken down very, very quickly. Playing with one infiltrator on the team is very, very important. Now, the reason for that is because they are your reviving jockeys. They will revive pretty much all the time because they can go invisible and go near where the enemy is and they won't be able to be seen. So if you have one infiltrator on your team playing a support role, where they run out into the field to revive people and sticking back with either a longer range shotgun like the Geth Plasma Shotgun or a sniper rifle, they can play very, very well. You also need some other classes such as the Soldier to keep guys suppressed. Using that Concussive Shot or Carnage will keep guys both incapacitated and low on shields. You have to be pumping these guys with powers in order to keep them down. Vanguard is not a suggested class for playing on gold because of their high risk type of play style. You're always in the enemy's face, and if they get you down, your team may not be able to revive you, and you're down a player for that round. Now, the other 3 classes, Sentinel, Adept, and Engineer, those are some very important classes, and you have to have at least one of those on your team at a time. I usually like going with a Geth Engineer on one of my players on my team. The reason I like the Geth Engineer because they have that turret. Their turret is very, very powerful. So if you guys have that Geth Engineer unlocked and other member of your squad who you're playing with, make sure one of them has the Geth Engineer on, because using that turret will keep the enemies distracted by attacking that, and it also has very good damage per second output. The DPS on the turret is very, very good, and it's actually a kind of a 5th player when you deploy it in the right spot. Now, when you're trying to go with a Sentinel, I usually only use the Krogan Sentinel. The other Sentinels really aren't important because of their lower health and shields. The reason I say the Krogan Sentinel is the most powerful because those extremely, extremely high shield capacity you can get with the Krogan Sentinel. I think the maximum is 1600, I'm not quite certain about that. but having a high shield capacity on a tank-like class like the Sentinel is very, very important when playing on gold. You have to have that guy distracting people and laying down suppressive fire. Now, the Adept is the one class I highly recommend against using besides the Vanguard. Using the Adept is very, very bad on gold. The reason I say that is because they rely too much on powers and not enough on their weapons. You need to be using their weapons very effectively in gold because you do not want to lose the bonus you get from an ammo bonus. When using a power such as Singularity or something like that, you are not too effective when dealing with larger enemies. You have to make sure that when you're playing as an Adept, you can support your team both at the same time as dealing DPS. Adept and Vanguard are the ones I highly recommend against using in Mass Effect 3 Gold because of their very specialized playstyle. You have to have somebody who can either play support and revive like the Infiltrator, or be more of a DPS guy, you know, getting their shields down and keeping the enemy suppressed like a soldier. Now, you have to make sure that you guys can conserve your equipment that is consumable. That means your ammo recharge packs, your health recharge packs, your rockets, and your self-revive metagel. It's always a good idea to make sure you have those filled to the maximum capacity you can have them at. Be it 5, 2, 10, whatever you have unlocked up to that point, you want to make sure you have that maximum amount of consumable equipment possible. Having the ability to revive yourself in a tough situation is very, very important on gold because you die so easily and your teammates may not be able to revive you. And as my final word of advice from Mass Effect 3 Gold, take it slow and play cautiously. You don't want to run out into the middle of the battlefield like a fool and get killed. If you guys enjoyed today's video, remember to give it a thumbs up. That helps out a lot. And in the comment section, let me know if you guys want to see more Mass Effect 3 tip videos. Maybe I can make class guides or something to that nature. There are Twitter and Facebook links down in the description if you guys want to go follow me on there. And as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. And now, just in case you guys missed it, here is yesterday's video. I talked about Project PTFO in more detail than I did on Monday. Twitter, Facebook, and if you guys have to, make sure you subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.